Okay. All right, come in. Come in. Warden! Warden, have a seat. Have a seat. So, doing all right? Awesome. I understand you're dating Nobushi now. How's that going for you? Great, great. Glad to hear it. So, as you know, it's time for the finals. It's final report card, so I thought we'd sit down and talk about your grade. You have a 19 executions and a overall score of 82. That's not bad. How do you feel about that? Good, good. Your most recent execution was in season 1 of this year, and it's the only one you've gotten. Given that that's the only one you've given, 82 is respectable, I have to say. Now, if I do have to give any criticism, I would say the big problem that I think you have going for you is you do sometimes take your time a little bit too much in some executions, and I would rely on your sword a bit more. Sometimes I feel like you go into the punching thing, and I don't think you need to do that. You've got a really nice weapon, good head on your shoulders. I would use those, you know what I'm saying? All right, well, not a lot to say. You're doing very well. 82 is respectable overall, and it's one of the higher ones we have in the class right now. So, with a 19 executions, too, that's not bad. So, you have a good day? Peacekeeper. Peacekeeper, come in, sweetheart. Have a seat. Doing okay? Good, good. I didn't see you last class. Everything. Oh, you were hiding again. Okay. Sorry. Got it. All right, so 19 executions with an 82%. That's very good. That's very good. How do you feel about that score? Good. Okay. So your last score was in season 1 of this year. And how do you feel about that? Yeah, I feel like you could have gotten one sooner too. I feel like you should have gotten one sooner too, but we'll work on that. We'll figure that out. So overall, I'd say your executions are fairly good. In fact, I'd say more than fair. I'd say that they're very good. I think the only problem we have is sometimes I think you could aim for the target you need to a little bit quicker. You take your time a bit too much on things. But if you fix that, I think you'll be getting that grade up a lot faster. All right. You have a good day. Conqueror. Have a seat, Conqueror. Okay. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You have 19 executions and you got a 74%. And while that's not bad, it could be a lot better. Your most recent execution was in season 4 of this year. Okay, I'll be real honest with you, Conqueror. This is the problem I see. The flail. The flail is your biggest problem. I know it's what Ubisoft stuck you with. Okay, you can't help what you're bringing, but I'm sorry. There's a lot of problems with using a flail in this class. Couldn't you talk to Ubisoft about maybe giving you a Morning Star or something? Because look, honey, no. I know you've said it before. The flail is a historical weapon. I know. It's not a practical weapon. The flail's biggest problem is it has a tendency to swing back and hit you, which makes it lack in efficiency at times, and there are moments where the execution's realism and lethality are called into question. Now, I will admit, your most recent execution, you were doing exceptionally well there. You made good use of the flail. The cool factor was out of this world. The lethality was excellent. So I'm not saying you're not making it work. 74 is still respectable, but you could be doing so much better if you just gave me a better weapon to work with, okay? All right, well, talk to your parent, Ubisoft, and see what you can do about that, okay? All right. Lawbringer, come on in. 19 execution. No, Lawbringer, no. You can clean your desk later. Sit down, please. Thank you. 19 executions, 80%, and your most recent was in season 2. How do you feel about an 80% Lawbringer? I wouldn't call it illegal, Lawbringer. Calm down. Okay, look. You know, ever since I made you hall monitor, I swear. Okay, anyway, let's talk about this. So, Lawbringer, your behavior in class is usually exceptional, but I do feel like there are moments when you're delivering executions that I feel like you're trying to fail. What was that oh come on execution? What even was that? It was your worst performance I've ever seen. Why? Were you just having an off day? Did something happen at home? Was it an act of rebellion because of your bad gameplay at that point? How awful your balancing was? Yeah, I can see that. Well, I can't change the grade now, Lawbringer, but I understand. But now that you have a brand new update and you are now top of the charts in terms of the rest of the class, can we expect to see better executions in future? When we roll into next year? Okay? All right, Lawbringer. All right. You have a good one. Okay, send on the next one, please. Centurion! Hey, Centurion. All right, glad you could spend some time with us. I know that, you got a lot on your plate right now. You got a lot to handle, but take a seat. 18 executions 79% overall, and your last execution was in Season 1. So I'll go ahead and say it, Centurion, you do an exceptional job overall when it comes to executions. You do very well. You come with a lot of passion. You come with a lot of power. You show a lot of authority, and that shows great leadership qualities. I think you make a great leader overall. The problem, I think, is you've been hanging out with Gladiator too much. And don't worry, we'll have a conversation with him too. But you're showboating a bit, and sometimes when you showboat, I get the feeling you're taking too long with your executions, and that hurts you in the long run. Furthermore, I would say that some of your executions don't always come off as realistic. So what I would recommend in future is getting to the point a bit quicker. Being a leader doesn't mean you need to show off all the time. Being a good leader means that you show authority without showing too much of your silliness, if that makes sense. Okay? All right. Who's outside? Gladiator. Okay, send him in, please. Gladiator, yes, I know you're here. You don't need to announce. Yes, have a seat. No, you'd rather stand? Okay, well, stand if you'd like, Gladiator. You're sitting with 18 executions, 71% overall, and your most recent execution was this year. In fact, you were the one who turned in your assignment last. Okay, let's talk about that last assignment, shall we? What were you thinking? Gladiator, no, stop, Gladiator. I don't want to hear the pity party. Gladiator, you have potential. Besides the fact that you have a weapon set that isn't necessarily lethal, you have turned in some decent executions. You are not incapable, but your incessant need to show off, your need to look the class fool. No, you don't look good. Gladiator, it doesn't look cool. You look silly. You're in the middle of a war zone trying to show off. Do you not see how that could be detrimental? In future, Gladiator, I want you to remember, you're not in the ring right now. You're in a war, okay? Okay. If you can't, Gladiator, you're the one who wanted to be here. You're the one who wanted to be here. I understand you're getting a new hero skin really soon. I understand it's going to look awesome. Maybe with that new hero skin, you might calm down a bit and get back to work, because a good hero skin is only as good as you're willing to act, all right? All right, 71% is not bad. It is not bad, but it could be so much better if you stuck your nose to the grindstone and got to work. All right, Gladiator? All right, now. My goodness. Okay, who's next? Black Prior. Honey, come out of the corner. No, you don't need to sit in the shadows for this. Come on. I know about the darkness. Okay, come on. That's better. All right, take a seat. The edginess with you. Okay. 11 executions and an 81% overall, but you didn't turn any executions in this year. Not one. Everything okay? Look, there's no need to be edgy about it. We're alone. You can talk to me. Okay. No, I understand. Problems at home. I get it. We all go through our edgy phases. Okay, Black Prior, yours just seems to last a lot longer. Well, Black Prior, as we move into the year 9, I do want to tell you that I think you can perform even better than you have been. Honestly, your executions are very good overall, but there was that one, I think you know the one I'm talking about, yeah, where you threw the shield to the dude's neck. Yeah, not very good. Can we do better next time? Because I don't have a lot of problems with any of your others. Most are very lethal. Most are very efficient, with the exception of that one. You'll do great, Black Prior. Just keep your head on your shoulders and, smile a little, The world's not that bad. It's not that dark. Okay, have a good day. Next is Warmonger. Okay, Warmonger, take a seat. Thank you. 7 executions, 79% overall, and you didn't turn anything this year. Everything okay, Warmonger? Look, okay, I know, Mommy Astria got arrested. I know, I'm sorry to hear that. Have you talked to the counselor about it? Okay. Look, I'm willing to give you some leeway here. 79% is really good. It's very, very good overall. I'm willing to give you some, some cushion, some leeway here. Just remember that, it's not all about Astria. It's about you. Your life is your decision. Your executions are very brutal, very lethal, but you're taking too long. It's like you get distracted halfway through and you try to overcompensate by being more brutal than you need to be. What I would say is, don't think about what Astria would want. Think about what you want. Be your own person. You're not Astria. You're not Apollyon. You are your own Warmonger, okay? All right. If you need some time, let me know. We'll talk it out. I look forward to seeing what you bring us next year, okay? All right. Next, Griffin. Griffin, come on in. My goodness, Griffin, 7 executions, 78 overall, and you got a brand new one in season 3. All right, so Griffin, okay, look, I'll be real with you. You're taking too long with your executions. You could be sitting on an 85 right now if you didn't just drag out some of these executions. Why do you feel the need to drag these out? No, you're not that old. I don't want to hear the old argument. You are not too old, okay? And even some of my... Zhanhu doesn't have the same problems. And yes, I'm sorry, I shouldn't compare you to other students, but Zhanhu's older than you are, and he's still turning in quick executions. So don't use age as an excuse, okay? Okay, don't do that. You have a lot going for you. You have an excellent weapon. You got a lot of experience under your belt, a lot more than some of these other warriors you're bringing in. You can do better. I know you can do better. 78's good, but I know you can do better, okay? All right. Okay, that takes care of all the knights. Have a good day, Griffin. Let's bring in the Vikings now. Raider! Aha! My legendary boy. Okay, Raider. 19 executions, 72% overall, and your most recent execution was in season 3. Well, Raider, I've got to say, your score is legendary, but I do see a few problems. Yes, I do. I see a few problems. And they're not big ones. They're minor fixes. I think the biggest fix we need to make right now is not everything's a joke. You don't always need to laugh and goof off. I think that sometimes that does hurt you in the long run. I think sometimes you take too much time because you're enjoying yourself too much. I'm glad you enjoy your work, but you gotta get your nose to the grindstone and, take things a bit more seriously. Like that one where you kind of gut your opponent and then laugh with them. I don't know. I don't know if that was essential. I don't know if that was necessary. Yes, I know you were having a good time, but Larry pointed out to me after the fact that you didn't really follow through very well. You just kind of threw him. Yes, I know. All right. As long as you promise to work on it, that's what really matters. All right, bring in the next one. Berserker, take a seat. Okay, no, calm down. No, Berserker, come over here. Come on. No, stop. Come here. Are you on mushrooms again? We've told you about that. You're not. Okay, then set. Thank you. I know you. What's got you so... Oh, the testing ground's coming up. Yeah, I'm gonna need to talk to the other teachers about that. That's, You know what? That's for another day. Let's talk about your grade right now. 19 executions, 75% overall, and your most recent execution was in season 3. 75 is not bad, but how do I say this? Zerky. Yes, I know your friends call you Zerky. Don't act so indignant. Zerky, I think the problem we have here is you've got great ideas. You've got great ideas for executions, but then you act them out, and it's like you didn't think them through. Like that one where you put a bomb on the end of your axe and threw it. Did you really think it was going to fly back in your hand and not break your arm? Yeah, I know it didn't, but it could have. We're concerned about your safety. That whole eating mushrooms thing is still a problem. Look, okay, turn out your pockets. That's what I thought. I'm confiscating these. All right. Focus a little bit more. Spend a little bit more time thinking through your executions. I think you'll do fine. Send to the next one. No, I'm not giving them back. Okay. Warlord. Warlord, come on in. Take a seat. Okay, Warlord. Yes, I see you're wearing your new hero skin. Looks good on you. 19 executions, 75% overall, but no executions this year. What was going on? I thought that with your new hero skin, you'd want to turn in a new execution. You thought that the one you gave last year was good enough. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and be honest with you. It wasn't. It really wasn't. Warlord, the problem I have with you, and this is a very small problem, you're taking too much advice from Shaman. That execution you did last year that you turned in was way too similar to something Shaman did, and Shaman didn't get a good score on that either. You do go to work. You do go to work, man. You do excellent work sometimes. Some of your executions are absolutely top tier, but then sometimes you take advice from the wrong people and you start looking like a fool. Warlord, I'm going to be real with you, and you're not to tell anyone I said this. You are the staple of the Vikings. When people look at you, they see the Viking. Not Raider, not Berserker, not Valkyrie. You. You are what people think of as the Viking. You came into this classroom, have had so few updates, so few changes. You had a good thing going from the very start. Don't change what isn't broken, my man. You're going to do great. You are going to do great. Don't fix what ain't broken, all right? All right, you. I'll see you next time, all right? Valkyrie, come on in. Take a seat, sweetheart. Oh, you want to take off your helmet and show your face? Look, our school has a policy about hoods on it. Fine, if it makes you feel better. All right, Valkyrie, 19 executions, 79% overall, and your most recent execution was in Season 3 of this year. Wow, 79%. That is excellent. I really don't have a whole lot to say. I think the only thing you may need to work on is you take too much time with some of your executions. And that last one you did, a little too fantasy, if you asked me. What was the deal with that one? Was something your mom wanted you to try? Well, your mom's a sweet lady, but maybe leave some of the fantasy stuff at home. This is a class where we do grade realism. Yes, I know about Shaolin's. I'll talk to him too. He's still got a bad score in realism as well. Just because I like it doesn't mean it doesn't get bad marks. I've got to be consistent. All right. And please, sweetheart, this next year, would you mind bringing a helmet that does show your face? It's not that your helmet doesn't look nice, but it makes us all worried about you. We all have acne at that age. It's nothing to be concerned about. All right, next. Highlander. Put the bagpipes away, Highlander. You don't need to blare those in here. We're indoors. Bagpipes from you, I swear. All right, 17 executions, 81% overall. Excellent grades there, Highlander. Anything to say about that? Yes, for Scotland, I know. Okay, so I think the biggest problem we have right now, and this is just from me, okay, not all of your executions really stand out as cool. Some of them seem a little awkward, like, what is that spin the bottle execution, really? It's a little odd. Were you playing Spin the Bottle and that's where you got the idea from? Oh, you were? Who with? Oh, gotcha. Well, other than that, your lethality levels are always off the charts. You do very well lethality-wise. Realism-wise, most of the time it's okay. Sometimes it does ask a few questions, I won't lie. Efficiency is where you're really struggling, though. Sometimes you take a bit. But even then, I gotta say, I love those executions, even when the efficiency isn't so great. So, you know what, Highlander? Keep doing what you're doing. You seem to have a good head on your shoulders. Yep. All right. Take your bagpipe and get out. All right. Oh, now, Shaman. Shaman, no. Over here. Come here. Come here. No. No piddle. You stay. No. Sit. Good. Now, come here. Good. Now, sit. All right. You have 16 executions, 73% overall, and your most recent one was Season 1. I won't bother asking you how you feel about it. I don't know if you're able to speak the King's English. Okay. Shaman, here's what I'm going to tell you to do, and then I'm going to send you back out to your handlers, or to the pound. You're doing okay. Taking too long with some of your executions. Your animalistic nature seems to really work well for you. I don't doubt that, but it does hurt you in certain areas, like what was that ground pound thing? And stop giving advice to Warlord. That was an awful execution he did, just like your execution was awful. Yes, it was awful. Stop giving me that. Don't give me those eyes. No, I'm not giving you a treat. No, I'm not. You know what? I can't deal with you right now. Just go. What am I going to do with that dog? Girl. Jormungandr. All right. Indoor voices, please. Indoor voices. Yes, I know it's hammer time. Put it down. All right. 8 executions, 69% overall. Stop laughing at that. And your most recent execution was in Season 3 of this year. So, Jorm, I've got to give you credit. You came in with a hammer, which I didn't think was going to be very useful, but you've made it work for you. So, I give you points for that. The problem we have here is, well, if I'm being honest, some of your executions don't strike me as lethal enough. And some of your executions also just are a little... How do I say this? If you had a different kind of hammer, maybe I could see this working a bit better for you, but... Yes, I know. I know it's what you can... Again, it's like I told Conqueror. You can't always help what you're being given. But... I think what needs to... First of all, what needs to happen here is you need to give more executions. You've only got 8. You could be giving more, I think. But even given that, even that you're only giving 8 executions, I think you could perform a bit better. Okay? So, I want you to go home, think about what you could be performing better with, and come back and see me, okay? All right. Varangian Guard. All right, take a seat, honey. 4 executions, 96% overall, and you didn't turn in anything this year. All right, well, not turning in anything this year is a problem. I need you to turn in something next year, okay? I need you to give me something new next year. But 96% with just 4 executions. Do you know how unheard of that is? You are performing exceptionally. I have nothing but the highest praise for you. Although I will admit, your classmates have some problems with you. They say that you're a little bit difficult to deal with. What, do you have anything to say about that? Skill issue, right? Of course it is. It's always a skill issue. Okay, well, your grade overall is great, but I need you to turn in something next year, okay? All right, next, the samurai. Oh, Kensei. Kensei, come on in, Kensei. 19 executions, 79% overall, and your most recent execution was in Season 2. So, I don't have a lot to say, Kensei. You do exceptional work. Some of your executions, I will admit, you take a little bit too long with. But overall, I think you are doing very, very well. Any thoughts on that? Okay, good. No problem there. Is there anything you'd like to say before I send you off? Oh, I appreciate the invitation, but I'm not sure I'd be comfortable in your house. Thank you, Kensei, though. Thank you. All right, have a good day. Orochi, come on in. No, he always runs away. Could someone get Orochi, please? We'll come back to him. So he ran away. Shugoki, come on in. Do you need to eat while we do this? Okay, Shugoki, take a seat. 19 executions, 72% overall, and your most recent execution was in Season 2. Season 2, okay, well, Shugoki, how do you feel about... Don't talk with your mouth full. I'm not your mother. Okay, anyway, what do you have to say about all that? No, Shugoki, you've done well, but I don't think it's your best. I think some of your executions, I think you act a little bit too goofy on, or you're not trying hard enough. You're like some of your executions where you just sat on the guy. I don't know. Is that really the best you could give? Yeah, no, I agree. It isn't the best. So what are we going to do from now on? Give the best we can, okay? And between you and me, look, I know you're a big boy. I get it. You don't need to eat all the time, okay? Do some workouts. Maybe do a jog here and there. You're far faster than most people think, so I don't see what the problem. You're faster than Shinobi. Okay, well, you have a good day, Shugoki. Orochi, finally. Okay, you done running? Now? Okay. No. And there he goes again. Could someone get him? Oh, God. Nobushi, 19 executions. 84%, but no executions this year. Nobushi, you're doing wonderful work. This year. I wish you'd given us something new this year. So next year, I'm going to need you to step up and give me some new executions. Is that okay? Good. Awesome. And I understand you're dating Warden. How's that going? Good. He's a good guy. He's a very good guy. Maybe you two can help each other do better in school, help each other study a little bit. But overall, I think you're doing exceptionally well. I don't have a lot bad to say. Anything you want to say? That's sweet of you to say, dear. But you have a good day. Yes, absolutely. And there he is. Orochi. All right. Orochi, sit. Sit down. Thank you. No, sit. Good. All right. Orochi, you have 19 executions and 73% overall, and your most recent grade was in Season 4 of this year, where you did a kind of funny little move there. What do you have to say about that? You saw it in an anime the other night. Okay, of course you did. Orochi, that running around thing you do, that running away from every fight's got to stop. You need to show some backbone, okay? No, I get it. You're saying, oh, it's tactical. No, it's not. You're running loops around the map just trying to avoid dying, okay? If you lost, accept the loss, okay? No, it drives all of us crazy. It's become a joke around the school that you run from everything. Stop it, okay? 73% is not bad, but you could be doing better. And I'll tell you where you're really struggling. Use the katana the way it was meant to be used and stop taking all of your advice from anime, okay? That is my big advice. Don't bring up Kyoshin. I'm going to have words with Kyoshin, okay? You don't be Kyoshin. You be your own samurai, all right? All right, now get... And he's gone again. No, don't bother bringing him back. He's going home. All right. Shinobi. Shinobi? Where are you? Shinobi, where... Oh, there you are. I'm not your enemy. You don't need to hide all the time. You're worse than Black Prior. Okay. 18 executions, 70% overall, and your most recent one was in Season 2. And what do you have to... And he's gone again. Well, if you're somewhere in the room, Shinobi, I just want to tell you, your comma is a very weird instrument at the beginning. You don't use it in a realistic fashion, and that's really what hurts you here. And a lot of your executions don't even come off as that lethal in some cases. I need you to start using those comma the way they were meant to and get creative with how you want to do the killing while still being realistic. I know that's a tall order. I don't even know if he heard me. He might not even be in the room. Okay, next. Aramusha! Aramusha, come take a seat. Could you take off your hat, please? No? I'm gonna have to write home about that. You can't wear your hat indoor. Whatever. Alright, 16 executions, 77% overall, no executions this year. Any reason why we didn't turn any executions this year? No? I didn't think so. Well, I'm gonna need you to turn in one next year, especially since you, oh, you're bringing one soon? Good! Good, I look forward to seeing it. I look forward to seeing it next year. Alright, well, good. I also understand you're getting a bit of an update next year. Getting a bit of an update. That's exciting. That's good, right? You know, I'm excited for you. I think that's going to be cool. With your executions, I think the only problem you really have is you take too long with some of them. And some of them I do think you take too long with. So quicken them up. Make them a bit faster. I think you'll be doing a lot better. Okay? All right. Next up. Hitokiri. Okay. Hitokiri, chill. Hitokiri, sit. Sit. Thank you. Chill. All right, the rasping voice, the creepy mask thing, you don't need to do it all the time, okay? I'm your teacher, not your opponent. Let's chill, okay? No, I'm not mad. I'm not mad, but you give everybody the heebie-jeebies. You don't give me the heebie-jeebies, okay? I'm your teacher. That's better. Okay. See, you can be nice. You can be nice. Okay. So 10 executions, 85% overall. That's excellent. But your most recent one was back in Season 1, so we haven't seen anything new from you for a while, but your last one was pretty decent. So what do you have to say? Yes, I do think you've done very well. I think you've done exceptionally well, Hitokiri. This is excellent. 85% is wonderful. Some of your executions, I feel like you do take a little too long with, and you do some unnecessary movements. And no, I'm not criticizing. I'm saying it's something to improve on, okay? Gosh, for someone who praises yourself as a major executioner, you're a little sensitive. But don't worry, Hitokiri. You're going to keep doing better, okay? All right, send in Kyoshin. Oh, God, Kyoshin. No, I don't need to hear you quote your favorite anime right now. And could you lose the Naruto headband? You're not even wearing it right. You're wearing it over your eyes. Stop doing that. Okay, 7 executions, 71% overall, updated, Season 2 of this year. All right, Kyoshin. Kyoshin, you are in the real world right now. You are not in an anime. Stop it. Stop it. I already had this talk with Orochi. Stop. Okay, thank you. Now, your executions. I think the big problem is, like Orochi, you're taking too much influence from anime and unrealistic abilities and skills. I need you to get back in the world of realism for me for a second, and I know it's not as cool. I'm sorry the real world isn't quite as cool, okay? You've got some good executions under your belt. You've got some good ones. I know you can do better than a 71. Next year, I want to see you give me some executions that really wow me without having to be drawn from the latest Japanese anime, okay? All right. All right, Naruto ran out of here. Okay. I don't know what I'm going to do with that boy. Sohei! Sohei, come on in, Sohei. Sohei. New student in school. New student. Wow. Can't believe you only joined us in Season 2. Well, you got 4 executions. 83% overall? Sohei, that's excellent. That is absolutely excellent. Now, I will say 2 of your executions took a little too long to perform, but overall, all of them were very lethal, so I gotta give you credit for that. Excellent lethality. You just took a little bit too long with some of them. If you can speed up the execution, that'd be great, and I understand you're getting another update. You're on top of it, man. You are a star pupil, I gotta say, and why not? You brought a lot of tools for the trade. Anything to say about all that? Yes, I'm sure your mom is very proud of you. Good job, Sohei. Excellent work. You have a good day. Send in the Wulin for me, would you? All right. Wulin. Here we go. Tiandi! Come on in. All right, Tiandi. Yes, thank you for sitting down. Thank you. Oh, I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. You've got 12 executions, 83% overall, and your most recent was in Season 3. Okay. Well, Tiandi, I'm going to go ahead and be straight with you. You're doing excellent work so far. You're doing very well. And you really are what brings a lot of people to the Wulin. You know that you got some of the best armor, you got some of the best drip, you got some of the best movement, got a lot of style going for you. You're overall doing very well. I think if I were to give you any advice, in 2 of your executions, you disarm yourself. Why do you do that? Yes, I know you're skilled. I know you got a lot of skill, but honey, no, I'm not. This isn't criticism. Well, okay, look, Tiandi. If you disarm yourself, it makes you... What happens when you screw up a technique? Okay, let's say that you hand your opponent your sword like you do in that one execution. Like, what happens when you screw up? What happens when you miss? What happens when your opponent is just as skilled? Uh-huh. Yeah, you could get hurt. You could get hurt. Yes, I know that you're good. I know that you're good. But they might be too. Okay? All right. So let's change that next year. And we'll see some excellent stuff from you, okay? All right. Have a good day. Nusha, come on in, sweetheart. No need to dance. No need to dance. We're glad you're here. Take a seat. Thank you. 11 executions, 83% overall. No new executions this year. You have a lot of skill. You have a lot of grace in your executions. Where do you think that you're coming up short? No, don't blame the weapons, honey. You've given some really good executions. Yes, I agree. I think you have some decapitations and some moves that are a little unrealistic. I would agree with that as well. But you know what? I'll be real honest with you. You're making it work for you, and I don't want to fix what ain't broken. So as long as you can tone down the lack of realism but keep the grace involved, I think you can give us some excellent executions in the future. All right? All right. All right, next, Zhang Jun. Come on in, big guy. Come on in. Zhang Jun. I see you've trimmed your beard. Excellent, excellent. Looks very austere. Very good. All right, well, you have 12 executions, 83% overall, and your most recent execution was in Season 1 of this year. So, Zhang Jun, how do you feel about your performance? It is consistent. Yes, I noticed that. Yeah, you, Tiandi, and Nusha all have the same grade, 83%. How do you feel about that? Very good, very good. Well, I'm glad you do, because 83% is very stinking good compared to some of the other grades that have been in the class. So I will say this, the only real problem I have with some of your executions is, again, the time you take. I think you take some time with these. Like, what was that one where you struck at the dude's legs and then laughed with him before stabbing him in the chest? It took a little too long. Yes, I laughed too. It was funny. It was inspired. It was creative. It took a little too long. Look, I said this earlier. Even if I do like an execution, I have to stay consistent, okay? All right. All right, well, you have a good day, Zhang Jun. Yep, you have a good day. Thank you. Shaolin, come on in. All right, Shaolin. Pray? Okay, we can pray. All right, sure. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day, and thank you for allowing us to do... We know what, we'll do this later. You're getting me distracted. 12 executions, 73% overall. You don't need to apologize, Shaolin. I just want to get to the bottom of why, and I think you and I both know why. Yes, it's the staff. The staff is just not a very lethal weapon, and because of that, not all your executions are going to be deadly. I'm sorry. No, I don't think you can trade it out this late in the game. Yes, I know you tried to offset it with some supernatural abilities, but that, in the end, hurts your efficiency too. And your realism. I don't claim to have all the answers. You've done some really good ones. Again, we'll pray about it. We'll pray about it, okay? All right, hon. I'll see you at Bible study. All right, have a good one. Zhanhu! Zhanhu, where are you, buddy? Come on in. Come on in. Zhanhu, put the matches down. Put the matches down. We've talked about this. You were on suspension not long ago. I thought giving you a new hero skin would make you settle down, but no, I can see you're still a little pyro. Sit. I'm going to have to talk to the assistant principal about this. All right. 9 executions, 86% overall, and your most recent one was in Season 4 when you got that new hero skin. All right, Zhanhu, let's talk about this. Your executions are phenomenal. Your behavior isn't. The pyro stuff. Really. Cut it out. And then that whole thing with that little dragon execution you did not long ago. Are you serious? No, I haven't forgotten. It was stupid. It was stupid. That's what brought you down to an 86. You could be much higher than this if you hadn't done that dumb move. Yes, I called it dumb. I did not call you dumb. I called it dumb. Okay? Shape up. Next year, if you give us a new execution next year, you need to shape up, okay? That pyro stuff, that silly... No, it's not going to fly, okay? All right. No, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. I just know you can do better. And the fact that you don't is the problem, okay? All right. Outlanders, okay. Pirate, come on in. Put the gun down. Put the gun down. No, I'm not showing you where the treasure's buried. Pirate, I'm your teacher. If you don't put that pop toy away, I'm going to pop you one. That's better. Man. Pirate, you got 6 executions, 75% overall, and you actually got one recently just this season. Okay, so, Pirate, you and the Outlanders all have a similar problem where you have very few executions so far. You actually have more executions than any of the others. A 75% isn't fantastic. Where do you think we're struggling here? I would agree. It would be the realism of that pistol. Like that one where you shoot 2 pistols numerous times, even though they're flintlocks. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. That's not very realistic. Anything else? Sometimes the time you take. Actually, I think your timing is pretty good. I think you are pretty quick with a lot of your executions, except for that one that I talked about a second ago. Frankly, my dear, I think the biggest problem we're going to have here is in your realism with that flintlock. That flintlock is going to hurt you in the long run. That's the biggest problem. Okay? Now, I will say your most recent execution was phenomenal. You turned in a 100% this time. You did wonderfully this time. I'll give you full credit. But in the future, let's figure out what we want to do with that gun and make it a little less unrealistic, okay? All right. Yes, I know you're off to sail the 7 seas. Yeah, have a good day. What am I going to do with that girl? Medjai, come in, son. Come in, son. Take a seat, thank you. All right. How you doing today? Good? Good? Excellent. Do you have to wear the animal hat? No, I mean, it just looks weird. It just looks weird. No, I'm not mocking your culture. You choose to wear that, it's your choice. It just looks weird. Okay? Alright, well, it's your choice. Medjai, you have 5 executions and an 82% overall. You know, Medjai, I'm going to be real honest with you. You have an excellent score overall, considering I don't think your weapon is very practical, but you've made it work for you, so I don't have a lot to say. With a weapon like that, it's obviously going to be a little bit difficult to always get the lethality execution you need to. But you've done pretty well. Any thoughts? Yes, I would agree. You've done very well. You've done very well. I'm proud of you. You are making good. Very good. All right. Okay, you can leave. Please don't bump it. He bumped into the door. That animal hat's going to cause him more problems than anything else. Okay. Medjai out of the way. And Afira. Come on in, Afira. Afira, could you maybe take off your helmet? It's like I said with Valkyrie. We don't... Oh, okay, whatever. Afira, 5 executions overall and a 78%. What do you have to say about that? No, I agree. You do need more executions, but, I mean, you could be doing well with the executions you were given. What do you think the problem is? Well, I'll tell you what the problem is. I think the big problem here is we have to question some of your actions. Like, you take too long with some of your executions in terms of grappling the opponent. You don't have time to go through that. Look, I know you're a gymnast. I know that you've gone through the training. It's very excellent that you have. I have no question that you're... Yes, I know you're skilled, honey, but the skill is not the issue. If you're taking too long, it's going to hurt your efficiency score. And then there's the fact that some of your execution, would it kill? Look, yes, the mace is a great weapon. The mace is a great... No, it's a great weapon. But that one execution where you kind of sit on top of them and slam it down, I have some questions about that. I do have some questions about that. And then the one where you threw the shield and it ricocheted back into your hand, what do you think that is? Where'd you get the idea for that? Rubber Biscuit? That's such an old song. Where'd you hear that song? You're a fan of the Blues Brothers? Huh. Okay. More old-fashioned than I thought. Afira, you're pretty awesome. Okay. Alright. All I'll say to you, Afira, is I want to see you amp it up next year. Because you didn't turn in anything this year. In fact, you and Medjai both didn't turn anything this year. Are you and Medjai, are you just giving me a lazy streak right now, or what's up? Uh-huh. Okay, well, I want to see y'all perform a little bit better next year, alright? I want to see those 78s. I want to see that 78 come up, okay? Ocelot. I see you. No, I see you. I can totally see you. This isn't the jungle, and you're awful at stealth anyway. For a hero that I thought would be all about stealth, you're pretty bad at it. Stop. Did you just hiss at me? Get over here. Sit. All right. Ocelot. 5 executions, 78% overall, but you got an execution this season. So that means what exactly? What are we doing wrong here, buddy? I know you can do better than this. What's the problem? Yeah. Yeah, the excuses. Look, Ocelot, let's skip the excuses and get right down to brass tacks. You got skill. You've definitely got skill. And I also think you have some very unique weapons. You brought some very cool weapons to this class, okay? I want to see you use them well. Some of them, like this recent one you did. What was that, honey? You put away your spear and then use the club to try to flip someone and take their head off. No, the taking off the head wasn't a neat addition. It didn't look realistic. The Maquito is not a set of scissors. It doesn't snip people's heads off. It's a saw blade. Use it like a saw blade. You did really well with that one execution. The one where you sawed off their head. That was a good one. Stop trying to be what you're not, man. Look, I get it. I know. Ubisoft robbed you by not making you more stealthy. I know. No, don't cry about it. Don't. Do you need a minute? All right. Look. If you bring me an execution next year, make sure that it's a little bit more in line with what your weapons are capable of, okay? All right, don't be upset. You're a good hero. Yeah, I know how the community treats you. I know. The bullying thing will stop, okay? You're getting better. You've got a large fan base. There are a lot of people rooting for you, okay? Okay. All right. Have a good day. And the new student, Hatun, come on in. Hatun. My goodness, you came in with a splash, didn't you? Changed up the whole classroom, I gotta say. It's kind of refreshing. Got rid of that whole Horkos issue real quick. As for your executions, you have 4. And you have an 88% overall. Wow. That is very impressive. What do you say about that? How do you feel? Yeah, you're dominating. You're doing very well. I think maybe calling yourself the new leader of the class is a bit of a stretch, but yes, no, I'm not discounting what you've done, but some of your executions, I will admit, are a little questionable, like the one where you lift up someone that way. That seems a little unrealistic, and the time it took you to do that one execution where you just slice them up and then put a sword in their back, that did take a little long, don't you think? Yeah. Anything you think you could improve on? Fair enough. When do you think we can expect a new set of executions from you? Like, when do you think we can get one next year? Maybe. Okay. All right. Well, Hatun, thank you very much. I'm glad to have you in the class. You've been doing excellent work. Really changed up a lot of people's opinions on you very quickly. And thank you again for helping us get rid of that whole Horkos ordeal. As for your executions graded, you're doing great. Let's see what you bring next year. Hopefully your 5th execution will see you go even higher than 88. You might get a score up there with some of our others. Yep, I look forward to it. All right, have a good day. Whew, well, that's it for year 8 executions graded, and that is it for these report cards. I guess we'll just have to see what year 9 has in store, won't we? Thank you all for watching this, as silly as it was, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.